you're going to want to have to double check and triple check and quadruple check, and I don't know the one after that. You're going to want to have to do that. But as a general stereotype, we ain't with that. You will get jacked up by Mercury retrograde around here. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am here because we are coming up on our favorite time of the year. Can y'all guess what it is? We about to have technology mess up. We about to have emails not send. We about to have phones break, okay? We're about to get it shapoppin', okay? If you have not guessed what I'm talking about, or if somehow you missed the thumbnail or the title, we got Mercury retrograde coming in.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
Okay, y'all relax, real talk. Like, I know I'm being dramatic about retrogrades because there's the stigma surrounding the retrogrades. I just did a video talking about why you shouldn't fear retrogrades and why you should use that energy and how you can use that energy to better yourself and to basically help you. If you guys managed to miss that video talking about retrogrades in general, I will put that up so that you guys can go ahead and go watch that after you finish this one. But before you jump over there to that, retrogrades are typically very annoying, but they can actually help us out as long as we use their energy right, which is bringing us to this very intense and emotional Mercury retrograde we got coming up right here. I know you guys are very nervous, but I am going to be helping you guys navigate this Mercury retrograde, so stay tuned. So I'm going to go ahead and stop rambling and get to what you guys came here to see. But first things first, if you are new here, hi. My name is Elle from Intuitive Elle. I do pick a card, talk about astrology, and do other spiritually related videos. So if that's yours, just drop down, hit that subscribe button, and while you down there, you might as well hit that bell button so YouTube lets you know what's up, so I can let you know what's up. Okay. All right. We gonna get into it. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say all right. Quick little disclaimer, and then I promise I'm gonna jump right into it. If you are somebody that follows sidereal or Vedic astrology, I am going to be talking about Mercury retrograde in the context of tropical astrology. And so I am going to be talking about Mercury retrograde in Scorpio as opposed to, I think, for sidereal astrology, Mercury is in retrograde in Libra right now. So if you are somebody that is strictly sidereal, this may not be the video for you. Just giving you guys the heads up. Don't be coming at me in the comments trying to curse me out, acting like I don't know what I'm talking about. We are talking about tropical astrology right now. So we got a lot going on with this Mercury retrograde, but don't worry, I'm gonna peel it back layer by layer. First things first. What is a retrograde? Well, I really recommend you go watch my videos on retrogrades, okay? Like, I'm not even trying to harp on y'all.
Bye, Felicia.
But your girl did a very good job of explaining what a retrograde is. I'm going to simplify it right now. Simplify it, okay? But essentially, a retrograde, or when a planet goes retrograde, is when it is appearing to be moving backwards in the sky. So what happens is it's moving normally, okay? It gets to a point where it slows down, appears to stop, and then it appears to be moving backwards. That's just an illusion, so don't even worry about that. All that is really important about a retrograde is that the energy of whatever planet has went into retrograde that's moving backwards, that energy is going to be very chaotic and disruptive in whatever planet's jurisdiction that is going retrograde, okay?
What?
So what that means is, to simplify it, okay, we're still simplifying right now, okay? What that means is, whatever planet is going retrograde, everything that planet rules is gonna be kaput. Like, it's gonna go crazy. It's going ham. It's not gonna work. We feel that disruption energy is moving backwards. It's not working as it should. It's not being expressed as it should, and everything is gonna be internalized for us as opposed to being externalized. So this is really going to be the time for us to have to slow down and look at certain things depending on whatever planet is in retrograde. This is not a time for action. This is a time for us to slow down when planets go in retrograde. So that is what retrograde is. The planet that we have in retrograde at this time is Mercury. So If you know about Mercury, the planet of Mercury is ruling over all mental activities. So we're talking about communication, we're talking about mental processing, we're talking about technology, because that's really how we communicate in this modern time, okay? It's talking about travel, anything having to do with communication and technology and intelligence and mental processing and all of that, that is going to fall under Mercury. One thing that might be important to you is that the planet of Mercury rules over Gemini and Virgo. So if you have heavy Mercury placements in your chart, if you have strong Gemini and Virgo placements, or you have a lot of placements in houses that are ruled by Gemini and Virgo, or or you have a lot of planets or placements in Gemini or Virgo in those signs, Mercury retrograde in general might be something that you are going to struggle a little bit with, but once again, do not worry about it. We're going to get into it. So talking about Mercury retrograde specifically, we have to combine the energy of the planet of Mercury with the fact that the planet has gone retrograde. So that means that things that are falling under Mercury, mental task and all of that, is going to be going crazy. There's going to be a lot of confusion. There's going to be a lot of miscommunication, a lot of frustration, just a lot of ughness, okay?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Now, Mercury retrograde typically happens 3 to 4 times a year. This year, it happened 3 times. We've already had 2 retrogrades, so this is the last retrograde that we have to worry about, at least for the year of 2020. As retrogrades causes confusion and all of that under whatever planet's jurisdiction it falls under, as we're in Mercury, okay, as Mercury is the planet that is going retrograde, there's going to be problems with communication, there's going to be problems with long-term investments, there's going to be problems with intelligence, technology. Like I said, I already named all of that. In general, as a rule of thumb for Mercury retrogrades, and we're just talking about Mercury retrogrades in general, like I said, we ain't even got to talking about the fact that Mercury retrograde is in the zodiac sign of Scorpio. We ain't there yet, okay? In general, for Mercury retrograde, you are going to be wanting to make sure that you slow down on everything. This is not the time for starting something new. This is not the time for making big plans. This is not the time for signing contracts. Your mental processes are going to be all over the place. So do not do anything that is making you use or make a decision on intelligence and all of that. As you can see, your girl is stuttering, and that is because we are already in shadow period, so I'm already feeling the influence of Mercury retrograde. I do so apologize.
No ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am.
But this is the time for you to do anything that has the word re in front of it. Redo, recheck, reanalyze, review. Like anything that has re in front of it is what you're going to want to do, because you're going to want to have to double check and triple check and quadruple check, and I don't know the one after that. You're going to want to have to do that, because it's going to be the small things that are going to slip through. So just a rundown of everything I've already kind of said just about Mercury retrogrades in general. Mental energy is going to be turned inward. There's going to be a lot of misunderstandings, miscommunications, and all that. Technology is going to be acting stupid around you, okay? Because unfortunately and fortunately, technology is how we really communicate in this very modern world. So a lot of that is going to be having issues. And for the love of God, if you are somebody that travels, allow space for something to happen, because this is going to be the time where cars are going to break down, there's going to be accidents, and there's just going to be delays when it comes to travel. So make sure you get your car checked, or make sure that if your car is acting funky, that you go ahead and handle that. Don't be playing around, because you will get jacked up by Mercury retrograde around here. So this time around, more specifically, we have Mercury retrograde in the planet of Scorpio. Now, if you know anything about Scorpio is a water sign, that's the water element, which means that Scorpios are very intuitive and they're very emotional. So all of that energy is going to be cascading around us. Scorpios are also a fixed sign, meaning that they are resistant to change. So we're going to be feeling a lot of this stubborn energy as well. In addition, the planet that rules over Scorpio is the planet of Pluto. And Pluto, of course, is ruling over power, death, transformation, obsession, So that is going to play a big part of what we have going on right here. We're going to be embodying the Scorpio energy internally, and that is where our focus is going to be this Mercury retrograde. We're going to be more passionate, more focused, more obsessed, more psychological, more philosophical, more fearless, more determined, okay? Those are the energies that we are working with right now. So finally getting to talking about Mercury retrograde in Scorpio as a whole, okay? We have Mercury going retrograde in October 13th, and I believe that it should be going to, what is it? November 3rd. Yes, November 3rd. We are going to find that we are more interested in deep, meaningful connections and intimacy. We are not going to tolerate anything that is superficial, and we are going to be hyper focused and hyper vigilant on getting the truth, finding the truth, discovering things, all of that. The sunlight blinging right now. Our focus is also going to be getting pulled to the darker, more taboo side of life. We are likely going to take a look at certain relationships that we have, and this is whether this is romantic connections or partnerships or even platonic friendships and all of that. We're going to take a look at these relationships and try to figure out if there is a balance to what is going on, if there is a fair give and take when it comes to these relationships. And as we have Scorpio energy around all of us, and we are embodying the energy of a Scorpio when it comes to our mental processes at this time, this is going to be a really great time for you to do research on something, for us to do psychological work, shadow work, inner child work, you know, any type of psychological issues that you're needing to deal with at this time. This is going to be a good time for that. Don't worry, y'all, that's not it. I got so much more for y'all. But at this point, if you are hearing me, seeing me, feeling me, and you have not liked, you have not subscribed, fam, we got a big problem.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button!
You heard what she said.
Stop playing out here in these streets. You know I'm giving you that information. You know I'm helping you thrive and survive this Mercury retrograde. So please do me the common courtesy of giving me a like and giving me a subscribe. Thank you so much. Some more general effects of this Mercury in retrograde. You're going to be wanting to go really deep as it relates to everyday conversations. You're focusing more on your innermost feelings. You are taking the time to learn all your favorite subjects, even the ones that are more taboo or society may not be excited about you partaking in. You're going to be feeling more calculating and logical. Your intuition is going to be super strong. It's going to be off the charts. So if you feel something in your heart, in your soul, in your body, in your mind, okay, do not ignore that. You and people around you are going to be hyper focused on trying to figure out the truth and exposing certain truths. There is this serious urge to uncover things that are dark, taboo, hidden, secretive, mysterious, or that. But really be careful not to fall into the rabbit hole of looking up conspiracies, whether this is political conspiracies or about, you know, Illuminati, or just make sure you don't fall down that rabbit hole, get too obsessed with it, because Scorpios, as deep and intense as they are, sometimes they can go too far in and be a little bit on the obsessive side. No shade to Scorpios. I have some serious Scorpio placements in my chart, so I have to talk about y'all because I am y'all. We is together, okay? And sometimes we can do too much when it comes to that. Speaking of not doing too much, as we are talking about Mercury retrograde, and retrograde in particular has a lot of people from the past, especially exes, wanting to slide back into our life, or is making us want to slide back into some ex's life. Depending on who you are, really be careful not to be checking your ex's social media accounts and all that, because that can become a little bit obsessive if you are really embodying that Scorpion energy at this time. There is some good news, however, when it comes to this Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. If you are in a relationship at this time, you're going to be getting super close to your boo, because y'all are going to be going in deep. Y'all are going to be learning each other on a different level, okay? And that is a beautiful thing. So congratulations to you guys. And if you are single, don't worry about it, because if you are dating right now and you know it's a lot going on in the world, but for if whatever reason you are not quarantining and you out there dating, all right, there are going to be some heavy sparks when it comes to first dates, some major chemistry. And speaking of chemistry, because I don't know if I can say the 3-letter word, if you guys are a little bit more on the physical side, things are gonna be really intimate, very sensual, very, whoo, child, I can't even get into it, but it's gonna go down, okay?
Take it, just take it, take it, take it, take it. Exactly.
And just in general, a lot of secrets and information is gonna come to the light at this time. Now, there is some things that you have to be aware of. As there is a good side, there is a bad side, but this is energy just for you to be aware of. You will overthink things, okay? Scorpios overthink the mess out of things. You could send something to somebody and they respond with K, and I promise you, you will spend the entire day trying to figure out, what did they mean by K? Why didn't they say this? What does that mean? How do I need to take that? So just watch that. And Scorpios are very extreme, so everything is going to be super emotional to you. Highs are going to be really high, but lows are going to be a low. And when I say lows are going to be low, or they're going to feel really low, okay, I almost mean in a very dramatic sense. I hate to say it, but it could be something as simple as you breaking your nail and feeling like your life is ending, or you losing a relationship and feeling like your life is ending and you'll never love again and you'll never find love and all of that stuff. Lows are just going to be very dramatic for you, so just kind of watch yourself on that. No shade, I'm just trying to let you know so that you know, so that you can watch out for it. You're going to be very defensive in your communication, so watch out for that. You're going to be really calculated in your thinking, which could be a good thing, but then it could be a bad thing. Make sure you are not out here being manipulative. Thank you. You're also going to be feeling a little bit paranoid. You're going to be feeling vulnerable. And unfortunately, any secrets surrounding your innermost feelings or the things that you are trying to keep hidden, in any desires or anything like that, it is going to come to the light, or it has the potential to come to the light at this time. So just be a little bit careful with that. Make sure that if something is coming up, you deal with that head front.
You are really dumb, for real.
You tackle that issue head on. And like I said, you're going to be questioning, you're going to be very probing, and you're going to be drawn to very dark, deep, taboo things. Now, the next video that I put up is going to be specifically about how this Mercury retrograde in Scorpio is affecting each sign. So make sure that you are subscribed and that you stay tuned for that video that is coming. But what I will say right now is that this energy is going to be the most beneficial, or it could be the most intense if you are a water sign. So that is going to be Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. While if you are a fixed sign, as Scorpio is a fixed sign, you may have a little bit of trouble navigating this Mercury retrograde, as the energy is going to be very fast-paced and intense. Of course, fixed signs are Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius. And if you are a fire sign, meaning you are a Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, you may happen to notice certain issues just because water and fire, those energies are very polarizing. Because fire signs, and I am a Leo, so I can say this, we are not used to operating in that watery, emotional, intuitive energy unless we have those placements in our chart. But as a general stereotype, we ain't with that. Okay, so we will have hard time with this Mercury retrograde. But that is all that I have for you until I put up the next video talking about Mercury retrograde through the signs. Comment down below if you are excited about this retrograde. I'm pretty sure there's nothing else that I wanted to say, but before you even think about clicking off the video, because I know you ain't gonna just click off this video, if you could do me a favor by giving me a big thumbs up if this content helped you, if you could go ahead and give me a like, a subscribe, comment any questions that you have. Once again, my name is Elle from Intuitive is Elle, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.